written a few words down because I can remember from 85 years ago that yesterday I've forgotten.
Oh, we've all done that. We've all done that.
Oh yeah, first thing I'd like to say is how pleased I am to see people in suits, shirts, ties, real shoes, instead of those silly tops and tracky bottoms. Trainers. Hello everybody, good day. It is if you wake up. In the morning. If you do wake up, say thank you to the Lord. Oh yeah, the first thing I do when I go anywhere, I look for the toilets. It's not a joke. But thank God for the Arndale and Tesco's and Costa's. They've all got excellent loos. Hello everybody. I've always wanted to be a public speaker. Well, Boris, he gets 300,000. I'd settle for 300. It's only taken me 89 years. They used to call me Cyclone in Canada because I'm so fast. Let's talk memories. The very first thing I remember is the air raid shelters, the air raid sirens going off and running into the bomb shelter in the back and hearing the bombs coming down in Cheetham Hill and in Manchester, and then in the morning picking up pieces of shrapnel on the way to school. I couldn't believe it. I'm sorry to say this, but the only thing I remember about SGS is Miss Bentley. Standing in front of the class and saying in a loud voice, "Singer, you've got no spunk in you." Which I thought wasn't very encouraging. They say there's no fool like an old fool. I say there's no fool like a young fool. I mean, what does a kid of 16 know about anything? Not a lot if he's had no encouragement and no guidance as to what to do. And I left school with nothing, and my first job was, I should have been a doctor, but I've got no patience. Okay, now the next memory of school was of Mr. Bird. Oh. I don't know if you remember him, but he walked around the classroom and his speciality was twisting ears and rapping you over the knuckles with his ruler. So again, that wasn't very happy. So off I went looking for a job. My first job was in a textile warehouse, making parcels. for the post office to send off to shops for £1 a week. £1 a week. But there was a perk with that job. I got a lift back to Cheetham Hill in the evening or the afternoon in a two-tone blue Bentley Continental convertible owned by one of the directors. So I say Thornton's hate me every time. Every little helps. My next job was in a fabric shop at £2.10 shillings a week. And here I learned a lot about fabrics, and I found that very interesting. And then I went on my own, selling gents' suitings. And I was travelling to London every week, selling to the stars of stage, screen and radio. In the 50s, a lot of people had the suit handmade with a tailor. There was a lot of tailors in Manchester as well. And stars of the day. Oh, and then I met a nightclub owner here by the name of Mr. Bill Benny and his wife Enid, and got very friendly with them, and they used to introduce me to every star that came to Manchester every week, and I sold them lots of suitings. But it's what I call a user. He used to say to me on a Saturday night, "Harvey, do me a favour, nip round to the Free Trade Hall and pick up Count Basie. Bring him back here and have a meal with him." The next week he said, "Nip round to the Free Trade Hall and bring back Ella Fitzgerald and sit down with her and have a meal with her." So I wasn't doing too badly. Matt Monroe, I got very friendly with Matt Monroe. He loved the suitings, and a very nice guy indeed. Another one was Anthony Newley. He was very friendly as well. And then Albert, one of our own boys, Albert Finney. Now, I already knew him, so at one of the previous dinners I went over to him and I said, "Albert, can I have your autograph?" He said, "Certainly." He said, "By the way, your HS singer, are you any relation to the other HS singer over there, the judge?" I said, "Only by religion." He said, "Shalom." That's peace in Hebrew. So I've met a few famous people. Another one I had dinner with was Johnny Mathis, singer, a nice guy. And I remember him buying 6 of these shiny mohair suit lengths. They love them for the stage and the nightclubs and that. And he was a good punter. So, is there a teacher in the house?
Yes. Mr. John Skirrell. Mr. Morrison.
If so, can you tell the Teachers Association to spend 30 seconds with each kid and give them a bit of a guidance, a bit of encouragement, instead of giving them a good bollocking? and knocking their confidence instead, giving them confidence. The second thing I would like to see is all gambling ads banned. Evidently, there's 22 million addicts in this country. I mean, how do all those betting shops pay the rent from the punters? So they come out of work on a Friday with the pay packet, straight into the betting shop, go home stint. And this is true. I know because I had a tenant that was doing that. And needless to say, I got no rent. So I'd like to see some kind of a limit placed on punters of say 20 quid to lose if they want to, and the betting shop should not be allowed to accept any more bets from that punter on that day when they've lost that 20 quid limit. That's what I'd like to see in this country. About this time, I've got time for this last one.
Absolutely.
About this time, I met a young lady, and you know what's coming. And I said to her, would you like to go for a coffee? And now that young lady is my wife. We've only had one row. It started in 1970. Still going on.